Hey guys, welcome back to Season 2, Episode 2 of the TDKraft server that we have going on. Uh, you can tell by just looking around, we've done a little bit of work. Not a whole lot has been done. It's basically just trying to get some starter items going. We've lit up the place. Our little grass, dirt bridges are being upgraded to these jungle wood bridges thanks to these rubber trees and some jungle wood that Yayap managed to get his hands on. We've decided where to build the dome at. Uh, this right here is going to be a shaft that's going down to the dome with a tunnel that passes on over to this area here. I'm going to build the dome in this area. We decided to go ahead and stay with the underwater dome idea. We made a few ages. None of them turned out quite to be exactly what we wanted. However, we did get lucky with a couple of them. I've written down exactly what they are. We have this one that's a nether quartz, that original age that we made. We have another age with some more nether quartz in it, not tendrils like this previous age did, but uh, it also has wood, but it also has wood tendrils. So that's gonna be kind of nice if we ever decide to try and go for a lot of cheap charcoal, which we are mostly running on right now. That's actually run out. So let's go ahead and just drop that in. But yeah, we are running on charcoal for the most part. We have an age that is going to be predominantly used for a quarry, get some nice land going. We don't have much land to quarry here, and I don't feel like traveling an ocean just to try and find out where we can quarry at. So that's great there. And we also have this age, which has a double sun in it. I don't know how long the nights are there, but it's not very long. So we can look into getting some solar power going on in this age, and maybe use it for a few other types of power, and kind of seclude the power to a different area, just so we cut down on the lag that we do have here. While we were kind of exploring the islands a little bit and building up, I decided that I was going to go ahead and try and get some mining out of the way. And so I came over to this island here, made a nice little staircase coming down, and then towards the bottom of it, I actually ran into a skeleton spawner. Now, this was a great find for us. It's going to help us leapfrog just a little bit from what we kind of needed to do. There were two chests in here. Let me pop back home and kind of show you guys what we had there. I managed to get a couple pieces of redstone. Some diamonds were in there. These are actually yayaps, but these are some separate diamonds that we got in there. Some redstone, and let's see, this division sigil that's going to be awesome later on. Not having to try and find one of those. Paintbrush, not a big deal, and B, not a big deal. But there's this portal cloaking. I do not know what it does. It's something I'm going to have to research. So that was kind of cool to find something like that. But so yeah, that's what we've been working on around here at the base. And today, what I wanted to get taken care of is I actually wanted to build a smeltery. I have all the blocks here. I've built smelteries in the past, and I did one in the past season. In case you don't remember how to make one, I figured I'd go ahead and make it on camera real quick. It is a multi-block structure. It takes a base of 9 seared bricks. It can be the decorative seared bricks. It doesn't really matter on that aspect as long as it is seared bricks. And then you just kind of make a ring around it where this is hollow on the outside, and sometimes you place them in the wrong spot, not a big deal. Now, I forgot that what I actually need to make are some drains instead of all these seared bricks that I have, which, not a big deal. I'm still going to go ahead and tinker with this just a little bit. What I want, a little bit of lag there. So let's go ahead, and I want to put the control there, and then the tank, let's go ahead and just put it on this other side. Let's check out what we need for a drain. Hopefully it's not too much. So I'd like to have 3 of these. So there's 6 in each, that's 18 seared bricks. Let's see where we are It appears like we do not have any. It's going to take some coal and, or not coal, but gravel, sand, and clay in order to make those seared bricks. And if you don't remember what it is, how to make a seared brick, first you have to make grout, which is made with these three items, and you should get four. I should get four out of this because there's two per crafting recipe, so yeah, I got four. I'm gonna go ahead and throw these in the furnace, and I'm gonna look into getting some more grout real quick, and we will be right back. All right, guys, we have everything that we needed in order to make uh, these drains, so I'm making those up real quick. I'm going to go ahead and place them now over here. I want them to be where they'll drain out instead of rather drain in. So I'm going to place them where the small holes on the outside, and there should be a large square on the inside. So now then, you're going to need a spot for them to pour into these casting bins. Drop these faucets on them, and now it should be good to go. Okay, yeah, that's great. So it can do 9 ore right now. And, excuse me, we have our tank over here. We need to throw some lava in, which I happen to have. Now, I did have to use some of my iron in order to get this, unfortunately, but sometimes you have to sacrifice a little bit, so it's not a big deal. Now, one thing to note, where is that iron? Is he using it in here? Okay, he decided that he needed to do it. So, anyway, we can only do 9 in here, which is all right. We don't have tons of lava, so it's not something that I feel like is that big of an issue. That's not very big. We do have some extra seared bricks now that we can use here in a little bit to increase the size of it. Which this is a temporary location, much like everything that's up here is pretty much temporary right now. So making it much bigger isn't high on the list of priorities. Now, once these get going, we'll be able to keep putting some iron in here until all this lava's gone. Uh, Burn it all the way down. Not anything too special to be done, but it will, in case you didn't realize, double this iron ore instead of having to use a silly hand cranking grinder that I hate these so much. Um, but we'll pour them into these casting bins. It'll make solid iron, since we're using iron right now, solid iron blocks. Now, once we have those iron blocks, the next goal that I have on here, since we did happen to come across some of these diamonds here, where did I place them? Yeah, we came across some diamonds, managed to get our hands on some redstone, we only need one, but I want to make a few crafting turtles. Or not crafting turtles, but mining turtles to try and help speed along what's going on here. There's enough to make 2, and my plan is to have one turtle kind of clearing out an area for over there for where I'm going to start constructing my main underwater dome, and then below, sort of at diamond level, I'm going to start having it clear out more land and more area to just hunt for some more diamonds. Once we get a couple of diamonds, we can make a couple more, and it'll definitely just help us get the materials that we need for just sacrificing a few at the very beginning. Now, it looks like we are going to be able to use a lot of this lava in order to turn this iron ore into liquid iron. I think it's what it's called for Tinker's Construct, or not liquid iron, but molten iron. So once this is done, I'm going to go ahead and throw some more in there. But so I'm going to sit here, wait, and watch us do this for a little bit, and we will be back. Okay, guys, so we've hit about the point where all that lava will go and managed to break down almost 3 sets of this 9 or 3x3 iron ore that we threw in here. I think it needed just a little smidge more in order to go ahead and get this set of iron going. But we do have 36 ingots out of all that. So what I'm just going to do is I'm just going to get this stuff pouring. You can watch it. It's going to go ahead and drop all these ingots real quickly. Fill up these casting vents that we made. And it's going to turn from this nice red molten iron into the silver blocks, or the silver colored blocks that we see over there. Go ahead and just grab all these. Let's see, we have enough for one more block of it. Now, I did happen to actually fall into it, jumping around it, being silly, and so there's a little bit of blood in there. I'm not really sure what exactly blood is used in, but it's in there, so I'll have to figure out what to do with it exactly. It might just have to stay in there for a little bit. So, like I was saying, though, how now that I have all this iron, I wanted to make a bunch or a couple of mining turtles. Now, in order to make mining turtles, it's really simple. You just first have to make a computer. Now, computer craft is something that has been around for a little bit. It's based off of the Lua language, not very hard to get an understanding of if you have any sort of programming background or even just like this simple Minecraft scripting. So uh, it's definitely something that I'm going to be looking to use a little bit more often, get more used to using. But all right, so we've made two of them. Let's go ahead and drop off this iron in this bucket. I don't need that bucket. And grab a bunch of charcoal. So like I was saying before, I want to use one of these to go ahead and start clearing out just a big O area for our dome that we're going to work on. So I want it to be a 30, I'm going to excavate 35 by 35 space. So let's run out here and see what level are we actually on here. Let's see. So if I do 35, and this is the center, 17 this way. So let's go ahead and do a gap of 15. This is the main cross. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 is going to be right here. Now, one thing that I do need to go grab real quick, and it's pretty important whenever you're working underwater, is to have some torches. Torches will save your life. Whenever you start to drown, if you just manage to get next to a place where your head is in torch level, you can throw down the torch real quick, and it'll fix your breathing issues and regenerate all that air that you had lost back really quick. So let's go ahead and eat this real quick. Just drop on down, almost die, whatever, not a big deal. We're beasts. So we decided this is the 15 point. So I want to build outside this. So if I want to go, I'm lagging a little bit. Let's go ahead and I'll show you guys what I was talking about. Come over here and just torch it, and we're no longer drowning. So let's get to counting. 1, 2, 3. I cannot even see underwater. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now I'm lagging, so this is going to be a little stressful getting over here. If I die here, oh my god, this lag. Wow, okay. That just happened. Thank you, lag, for all that. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to restart my client real quick and see if that'll help on this frame rate lag, and we will be right back. Okay, guys, now that I'm back down here in the bottom of the ocean, I have my torches back. You can see that's actually working this time. It's not as silly as before. So let's go ahead and try and get back up to doing what we were doing. So I need this to be 17. So 1, 2, 3. I can't even see down here. It's so dark. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, this is definitely a little bit of lag going on. So I'm gonna go ahead and try and get to this point off camera real quick while I'm doing all this, so I'm not having to just count out loud, and we will be right back. Hey guys, welcome back. We are back down here in the water, trying not to drown, constantly throwing up a torch real quick. I did take a little bit of damage, as you can see down there on my hotbar. But so we'll go ahead and eat an apple real quick, just because I don't want to stop gaining my health back. But what I'm going to do real quick is I'm going to show you guys. We have our turtle right here, and the chest right here. And so what we're going to do is we're going to set this turtle up to excavate 35. And it's going to go ahead and go through, start clearing out a whole bunch of space here. I might have to come back through and actually tunnel down the side of this mountain. Not a big deal. It's something I've had to do before. But I wanted to go ahead and show you guys exactly how to get a turtle excavating if you haven't messed with it before. Uh, the first slot right here, we need to throw in some fuel for it, and then you just tell it to excavate, and then the space we want, 35, uh, and it'll go ahead and start mining out a 35 by 35 square. It will always do a square like that. So uh, it's going to start by going underneath this level right here. It should pop up, being more visible over there since it is a layer uh, or a level down, unlike over here. But we have a double chest there because once it runs out of fuel or gets full on inventory, it'll head back over there and just sit there and wait for you. And if there's not an inventory there connected to it, when it sits down and it's full of items, it'll just spew them all out on the ground, which we don't really want to do. We're still young in the game, so we want to have all the items that we can. So we're gonna let that turtle run for a little bit. Now we do have some more iron over here, so I want to upgrade from just the simple stone tools into some iron tools. Now, I don't mind having a stone shovel. I have a couple of them, so I'm a big fan of going through what we've already made first. So, let's see. Let's go ahead and make us an iron pickaxe, though. And I'm going to try and get us down into diamond level and start using this other turtle. So, let's see. We have more charcoal here. Let's go ahead and throw him down here. Head down over here to our mining shaft. Now I'm going to go ahead and dig all the way down, and we will be right back here in a moment and get started with this turtle. Hey guys, so as you can tell, we've had our turtle running for a little bit. It's probably, I think it's round number 4 that I've laid it down. You can see it made a tunnel all the way down there. We're going this way. I hit a lava pocket, so I kind of wanted to work a little bit around here to give us a little bit more of a lava source for when we're working with that smeltery up above. I've already taken a few buckets of lava up there and gotten all of our iron smelted, a lot of our tin. Let's go ahead and kill this zombie. Oops, some lag. But we have our tin up there that's been smelted in this smeltery, gold and iron. So that's going to be pretty handy as we're going into moving into some bigger things. And one of the big reasons that I love using the turtle, and I'm not just hunting for diamonds in here, I'm hunting for all these good resources and that we're going to be using later on, not necessarily right now, but there's plenty of redstone down here. I run into tin a lot, lots of gold, which we're going to need. You can see over here some Certus quartz, and even this mimikite, which is a really interesting ore that can basically double anything that you have, from what I've understood. And but the biggest thing here are hunting for diamonds, and as you can see, it unearthed uh, originally just this one block, and I hollowed it out, checking it out to make sure there wasn't any lava down there, and it actually had 5 blocks of diamonds. So what I'm going to do is, thanks to MCMMO, I have a better pickaxe whenever I activate it that should act like a fortune from what I remember using in the past. So we know that there's 5 blocks here. Let's see how many we can actually get. Alright, that cleared them all up, and out of those 5, we managed to get 7 diamonds, so that's pretty cool. It's a nice little bonus. It's going to be able to get us another 2 turtles, which will just increase what this guy's mining down already. And, oh, he actually has found another diamond already, just like right here in front of us. So let's go ahead and clear out this real quick and pick him up, get all that, the goodies right there. Make sure it's not going to just fall into lava. Alright, it's not. So unfortunately we'll have to, it's a 5-minute cooldown on that, so we'll just go ahead and mine that up normally. Now, hitting some lag spike. While we've been working under here, like I said, we've been trying to get some lava. There are some downsides to doing this. It does take up a lot of time when especially when you're just using one. Let's go ahead and TP back home. But you get a lot of cobblestone tunneling like I'm doing instead of just strictly hunting for diamonds, using some other programs that are out there. But like I said, I like getting all that extra ore and whatnot. In the downtime, I went ahead and kind of organized the chest just a little bit better. It was getting kind of cluttered and not really sure where anything was. And of course, it's not a true Minecraft without a chest dedicated to just cobblestone. So over here you can see how much gold we've already been using. We have 6 blocks of it and 3 blocks of iron, and there's 10 over there right now, all thanks to the Smeltry actually getting us all the nice items. Another downside to using these turtles is it does go through coal or charcoal depending on what you are using. So it's not necessarily something that is efficient compared to something like a quarry hooked up to solar panels and stuff. So it's definitely a lower end, uh, middle ground game items to use for just strictly like how I am using it. There will be an increase in the coal and the charcoal, well, not necessarily charcoal, but in coal that you do get when you're down at that level. It will eventually increase its stockpiles, and I've actually gone down there before with only like 4 coal, and by the time I was finished with it, had a couple of stacks of coal. So it does recover what it uses, but it does actually use some of that to get going. So and if you leave the chunk, like if you're going to another dimension or you log out or something like that, the turtles have to be reset for tunneling, and it just it can burn through coal that way. We've also had over here, if you guys can remember, we had the turtle that's been excavating. Uh, he's been a little busy over here, just digging through everything. He's gone through. I think he's on layer 2 or 3 now. So let's go ahead and hop over here and see what all's in here. Yeah, we got a nice amount of sand. Got some clay going, and this 4 rock. Mariculture is a mod that I haven't messed with yet. That I am looking forward to messing with. I've seen a lot of cool enchantments that are coming out their uh, the mod there, including things like Superman, which will allow you to fly, Spider-Man, where you can climb walls, and Sonic the Hedgehog enchantments that I think that one increases your speed. But it's an interesting mod that I'm definitely going to look forward to checking out here soon. So, but pretty much what I want to do now in the I'm going to go ahead and call this episode, and in the downtime, I'm going to work on tunneling, increasing how many turtles I have, because even though they're not necessarily efficient right now, we will be using the mining turtles in the future for other things than just mining tunnels and such. So thank you guys for tuning in, and we will catch you guys next time.